Sanders. This is, how many clips do we have?
This is one. He only spoke for about 4 minutes. We took two
Bernie
from it.
Sanders gave a press conference today when he came out from meeting with Barack Obama. And here's what he had to say.
It is unbelievable to me, and I say this in all sincerity, that the Republican Party would have a candidate for president who in the year 2016 makes bigotry and discrimination the cornerstone of his campaign. In my view, the American people will not vote for or tolerate a candidate who insults Mexicans and Latinos, who insults Muslims, who insults African Americans and women. Needless to say, I am going to do everything in my power, and I will work as hard as I can to make sure that Donald Trump does not become president of the United States. I will, of course, be competing in the D.C. primary, which will be held next Tuesday. This is the last primary of the Democratic nominating process. The major point that I will be making to the citizens of the District of Columbia is that I am strongly in favor of D.C. statehood. The state of Vermont, which I represent, has about the same number of residents that Washington, D.C. has, except we have 2 United States senators and 1 congressman with full rights, while D.C. does not. That does not make any sense. Also, I look forward to the full counting of the votes in California, which I suspect will show a much closer vote than the current vote tally. I spoke briefly to Secretary Clinton on Tuesday night, and I congratulated her on her very strong campaign. I look forward to meeting with her in the near future to see how we can work together to defeat Donald Trump and to create a government which represents all of us and not just the 1%.
So there you have it. Look, Bernie Sanders is a politician. He entered into this race, I believe, with the agenda of promoting his issue set. At one point, I think he rightfully believed, like, there's a real opportunity for me to win. And I think now he also realizes he has a certain amount of leverage. And he's going to use that leverage to further his agenda as far as it can go. And this is he is providing for everyone a great lesson on how you affect change. Just because you come short of where you aim at doesn't mean that you haven't moved forward. And he is now a lot more empowered than he was 2 years ago. This guy's a national figure now. And he has shown that he has the ability to raise money for candidates across the country who share his agenda and his issue sets. And we're seeing he's empowered Elizabeth Warren even. Like right now we have a proxy war going on where Harry Reid is saying that Elizabeth Warren should be the vice president. Ed Rendell is trying to sort of mitigate that. Ed Rendell, like who listens to him? But this is this is the way they play the game. I mean, she doesn't have enough foreign policy experience. Like what? Like, are you serious? The last 2 Democratic presidents was a governor and a 2-year senator.
Hila, do we want to get to that sound? It's some of the most bizarre
Yeah, we'll
sounds.
get to that in a second. But here's my point. We just had a caller who said that they can't vote for Hillary Clinton for moral reasons. Well, Bernie Sanders is. Bernie Sanders can manage to do it. And he's put in, I think, probably significantly, with all due respect to everybody who voted for him, significantly more effort to get himself into office than anybody else has. And he understands that if you don't get what you wanted, you get the next best thing, which is as much as you can of what you wanted. And so, I think he's sending out a message here, and it's pretty loud and clear. He's going to work with Hillary Clinton. The race isn't over yet. He's not calling the race yet, but he is signaling, I am going to work on a specific agenda, which is to prevent Donald Trump from winning this election and to continue to promote my ideas. And in that statement he just gave, you can also hear him saying, like, I've got some leverage and I know it and I'm going to use it. And I'm going to sit down with Clinton and she's going to acknowledge that leverage and we're going to work something out. So, if you think that highly of Bernie Sanders, listen to him now.
Just mind your P's and Q's, Hillary.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.